On for now, just days after 17 people were killed at a Florida high school, the State House has rejected a motion to take up a bill that would ban assault rifles. The move has effectively killed the measure, at least for this session. The motion failed by a 36-71 vote. The Florida House move has given more ammunition to protesters seeking stricter gun control. Dozens of students and parents from the Florida high school where 17 people died in a shooting staged a massive protest in Florida for a ban on assault rifles.
We only hear about the shooter's name in the news. We never hear about the 17 victims that lost their lives or their stories. We only hear about his. They blame everything on mental illness, and it's so easy to get a gun nowadays. It's ridiculous.
U.S. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, said that he has signed a memorandum directing the Attorney General to draw up regulations banning devices that turn legal weapons into machine guns. Such devices include the bump stock, which was used in last October's mass shooting in Las Vegas.
As we come together to recognize these brave Americans, I know all of us here today and across the entire nation are grieving for the community of Parkland in the great state of Florida. We're working very hard to make sense of these events. On Saturday, I met with some of the survivors and their families, and I was moved, greatly moved by their strength, their resilience, and heartbroken for the families whose loved ones were so cruelly torn from them forever and ever. We cannot imagine the depths of their anguish, but we can pledge the strength of our resolve. And we must do more to protect our children. We have to do more to protect our children.
Meanwhile, the White House has stated it is looking at age restrictions for the ownership of AR-15 assault rifles.
I know there are currently laws in place in certain states that restrict that in terms of whether or not we make that federal policy. That hasn't yet been determined, but that's something
Is that something that
I think that's certainly something that's on the table for us to discuss and that we expect to come up over the next couple of weeks.
Despite Florida Senate dropping the motion to ban assault rifles, students continue to fight the gun control battle. Students from Florida arrived in the capital city of Tallahassee to push for gun control reforms. The students will be also meeting legislators and call for a ban on assault rifles. Around 1.3 million people have an arms permit in Florida. In 2011, Florida introduced a law that banned cities and counties from regulating gun and ammunition sales.